Good morning, my friend, and welcome back to another coffee talk with me. If you're new here, my name is Niki Proshin and I love traveling. I also love Asia. That's what my coffee talks are all about. Last time we talked about Thailand and the things I love here, and today it's time to talk about the things I dislike, or rather hate, in this country. Yeah. Take my words as a personal opinion of a solo traveler that spent about 8 months in Thailand within last 4 years. And honestly, it's been quite hard to think about the things that I hate here, because I simply like this country way too much. But still, there are some things that I am quite annoyed and sometimes even hated about. So let's start. And first of all, the first reason to hate is over-tourism. And for me, it has two parts. The first one is some places are simply way too crowded, and I either have a choice between going there and find myself among thousands of other tourists waiting in lines, spending a lot of time, or skipping the places I actually would like to visit. Like King's Palace in Bangkok. I've been in that area quite a lot of times within the last few years, and I never actually got inside of the palace because there was way too many people waiting in line. I think it will take about 1 to 2 hours since the moment of getting into the queue and to the moment of getting inside of the palace itself, so I just chose not to go in. And there are a lot of places like this when you need to bear waiting and staying among all the other tourists. It's not only typical for Thailand, of course other countries have it as well, but it's still a thing that I quite hate here. And if this part of our tourism has just this level of hatred for me, the second side of our tourism is the thing that I really truly hate here in Thailand. It's the influence of too many tourists on local people. And usually such kind of influence is pretty nice. Locals, they become more open-minded, more open to the world, and they start speaking English and making friends with foreigners. But sometimes a tiny part of locals, they start seeing us travelers as money bags without a human face. They start seeing us as a main income source for them, and here, don't take me wrong, it's totally fine when locals see us as income source. Such kind of business, it could be beneficial for both sides, and for tourists and for local people. But here, often, so many times I've seen local people see us not as humans at all, but just money bags, and they literally expect travelers to spend money like crazy for whatever they offer to us, and that's not the thing that I truly like here. Sometimes it may be not too big, sometimes, like here in Chiang Mai, there are a lot of red cars, Son Tao, something average between a bus and a taxi. And such kind of transportation has a fixed price within the city, 30 baht per person. But when a driver sees a tourist, they try to little bit rip us off and ask for 40 baht or 50 baht or 100 baht per person. Depends, I don't know, depends on what. And again, don't take me wrong, if the price for such kind of ride will be even 100 baht, but fixed 100 baht for everybody, I will be happy to pay this price and just go. But if normal price is 30 baht and somebody tries to charge me even a little, even a tiny bit more, I would not like it at all, because it doesn't seem fair to me. And it sounds quite innocent if somebody tries to rip you off in such kind of manner, but sometimes tourists get into bigger scams that could be quite dangerous for their wallets, or even for their health, or even lives. Yeah, luckily myself, I never get scammed in Thailand, and I couldn't say much about that, but there are so many people who made other videos on YouTube entirely about scams, and if you see that, you'll be really surprised what local people could do to you. Though it's still a very tiny minority of locals and I really didn't have that big influence on my adventures, on my journeys from them. Well, enough with this, and next thing that I'm quite annoyed about is air pollution. You can see that actually air right now is quite nice. I'm staying in Chiang Mai and it's the beginning of June, but same place in February, March, April and May will be not as good as right now. Air here is quite polluted during the winter and the beginning of spring because of, I guess because of forest fires that are set by people and maybe some factories too, I'm not quite sure about. The thing is, it's polluted, and if you are sensitive to such kind of things, Chiang Mai will not be a good place for you from February to May. The rest of the year in Chiang Mai is pretty fine, you can see it, actually very nice air now. But in Bangkok, air is polluted through the whole year because of factories, because of the cars, because of, I don't know, whatever else. And it's not the most pleasant experience to live in that city for somebody who gets used to a cleaner air. Yeah, though the rest of the Thailand is not really polluted, especially the islands. Good air there. Well, next reason that I'm getting quite really annoyed is the amount of cash and especially the amount of coins we have here. It's something crazy for me. Living in China for the last couple of years, I got used to have literally no cash with me, maximum only one banknote, and all the payments I just did with my phone, scanning the QR codes. So convenient. But here in Thailand, once you get here, you get cash from ATM and it looks nice and beautiful in your wallet. Once you buy something, it becomes a huge amount of coins and small cash like 20 bahts or 50 bahts banknotes. And it's really annoying to see that the pile of coins in your pocket grows and grows with every day, with every single purchase. I really hope that Thailand in a few years will look more like China about this case, and that even tourists can use their phones to pay for anything. Just imagine that you are going, let's say, somewhere to a local market and there will be a grandma, a Thai local grandmother sitting and selling some mangoes, and you don't need to carry cash to buy these mangoes. You just use your phone, scan a QR code, get mangoes and keep going. That sounds really convenient for me, and I hope soon it will be a reality in Thailand. Yeah. Another thing that I'm just a tiny bit annoyed is the downside of Thailand's laid-back attitude. Thai people are really chill, relaxed, they take the things easy, as many people in Asia. And sometimes it could be annoyed for a Western person because you cannot be sure about some things. Let's say if you need something on time, for sure here, you can ask many questions to locals. You can try to convince them that you really need the thing done for sure, and still it can be work out not like you think it will be. Yeah, such kind of little things. It's not really annoying for myself, but could be annoying for somebody else. You can see that I actually didn't have a really negative experience here in Thailand, and I don't have many things to hate about this country, though a lot of tiny things to be annoyed about. If you haven't seen the talk about the things I love in Thailand, check it out here or see some other videos on my channel. Yeah, thank you for watching and see you next video. Oh yeah, and before I mention that our talk is over when coffee is over, so cheers!